Sincerely speaking, what is happening in the state is unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, and unlike Imo State, we are not known for political rascality. We are not known for political banditry. We are not known for. We have respect for human life. We respect the human sanctity, and how we got to this very sorry pass is very unfortunate. You see, because our politicians have become very desperate to govern the people, which ordinarily ought to be a free demonstration of people's mandate given to you to govern them or to administer on their common goal or common collective aspiration. But having said that, the state government is working assiduously to ensure that there is peace, security of life and property during and after, before, during and after the elections. When you talk about insecurity, the voter apathy, definitely it will affect the turnout of voters have their lives, and they will also have their property secured as they plan to go for the election and exercise their franchise, because we need to form a new government, and we need to form a new government to come on board, and is a certain and is a must, is an obligation we must fulfill. Yes, I know that some non-state actors making effort to ensure that they sabotage the process, but the resolution of the people will take preeminence and will prevail at the end of the day. The state government has been very proactive. The state government has been very strategic, and they have also been very responsive in the issue of insecurity in the state. And when you try to situate the present situation in light of where we are coming from and where we are today, you begin to ask yourself, why are we having this level of insecurity in the state? You know, I have said it repeatedly that in our local palace we say when a bush baby cries in the night and the child dies in the morning, so you now know who should be held responsible. At the advent of this administration, some political actors in the state swore that they will make Imo State ungovernable for distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, when they tried every possible means to get a review of the Supreme Court judgment. And when they failed, what they did was to ensure that they mobilized all non-state actors to constitute nuisance in the state in a way to discredit the popularity of the Uzodinma-led administration in Imo State. But unknown to them, they did not know that you cannot control or determine the scale of rascality, the scale of insecurity. Though it may get out of hand, when it gets out of hand, you may not be unable to control it. Now, to answer your question directly, as a proactive measure, the Southeast Governors Forum sat down and said to curb insecurity in the Southeast, that they are going to form a common security outfit called the Bubago. Bubago is not even a creation of Imo State government. It's a Southeast arrangement of the Southeast Governors Forum, like we have in the Southwest, the Omotoku or whatnot. Now, what the governor did was to domesticate it in Imo State, in line with the mandate of the Southeast Governors Forum, and to go a step further, to show that he is committed to ensure peace and safety of the people. He set up a new ministry called Homeland Security, the Ministry for Homeland Security, to domesticate the what we call community security, community vigilante security in our respective autonomous communities in the state. And if all stakeholders in the state, including political actors, are sensitive and dispassionate and honest enough to put hands together with the state government, we'll be able to solve this issue of insecurity. Because security is not a one-man business. I'm trying to tell you that the interventions of these special security formations by the state government are in line with the government policy to arrest and nip this issue of insecurity in the board in the state. What is not there today as I speak to you is stakeholder collaboration. All stakeholders need to collaborate because security work with information. Security work with information. There are opposition elements in the state who are providing soft land for these non-state actors. When these state security agents arrest or apprehend an alleged or a suspect, the opposition political parties in the state will begin to term them innocent citizens, innocent youths, that the state government is harassing innocent youths. So they become sympathetic to non-state actors. They become sympathetic to people who have criminal mindsets to terrorize the state. So I can tell you, without missing words, that the introduction or the establishment of these state security agents have helped the conventional security outfit in the state to be able to curtail the issue of insecurity in our state. Imo as at 2020, once elections are over, 2019, 2015, and all that, but once elections are over, you use every legal measure. You prosecute your election matters at its final conclusion. You go home and prepare for the next election. That is the history of Imo State. But some people vowed that since they have missed the football, that they will not miss their fruit. So since they missed the government house, they will make government house, they will make Imo ungovernable for the state government. Uchenna Kocha is playing politics with human lives. Uchenna Kocha is playing politics with what is happening in Imo. What the essence of what they are doing in Imo today is to discredit the popularity of and the genuine intentions of the APC-led administration of the Timu Senatopos Adema. That's what they are doing, and they are doing it very well. Let me tell you, 3 years after, between 2000 and 2000 and today, the Hopos Adema administration has convened 7 stakeholders meetings. 7 stakeholders meetings across party line by different captains of industries in attendance, traditional rulers in attendance, political actors in attendance. Ask me how many of these stakeholders meetings has this attended? Ask me how many of these stakeholders meetings have the PDP, the habitual PDP governorship candidate or PDP governorship aspirant. How many of them have they attended? So let me tell you, they want to burn down Imo State to give Hopos Adema a bad name. But they forget that for you to govern Imo State, there must be Imo first before you become a governor. All of us must come together to protect Imo State. All of us must come together to defend Imo State. We must have Imo first. We must have Imo State first before you can aspire, before you can pursue your aspiration to become a governor or become whatever you want to be. So if you burn down the house, a house you want to occupy, a house you think you are a stakeholder, and you want to put up the house because there is another occupant in that house, and the only thing you can do is to put down that house, you are not a genuine stakeholder. When we say that insecurity in Imo State is contrived, we are not missing words. And that what happened at the country home of the PDP candidate in Idato Federal Constituency cannot invalidate that claim. And let me tell you, Governor Hopos Adema is the first governor in our history that his house was vandalized. His house was burned down. The Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General in Imo State have suffered the same fate twice. The President General of Ohana Zendibo that just died a few days ago has his house in the village attacked. The Commissioner for Lands, the Commissioner for Works has also been attacked. Our House of Assembly candidate, our House of Assembly member, from one of the local government from Oluzon, had his house burnt down, his security man killed, and so many other people has been so affected. As a political party, we have lost over 20 ward officers. We have lost over 20 ward women leaders from Oluzon. We have lost so many community PGs. Anybody identified as APC member in the state, particularly in Oluzon, becomes a target for elimination. And I want to tell you, in all these erroneous acts and incidents, there was never a day that PDP as a political party rose in condemnation of all these atrocious acts. They never condemned it. Whenever the state government and state security agencies arrest anybody suspected to be member of the ECN or whatever they call it, political party, will rise in defense of non-state actors. So today, the baby lion they brought home has metamorphosed into a full-fledged lion. Now everybody's on the run. Ugochinyere, in one of his press conferences in Abuja, accused Nzechina Sawaneri, the special assistant to the governor, the special advisor to the governor on special duties, of being behind what he called the Amuma magic. He accused him of being the brain behind the Amuma magic. And Nzechina Sawaneri, being a responsible citizen, a law-abiding citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, instituted a legal proceedings against Ugochinyere to come and prove his allegation, because he who alleges must prove.
Definitely.
So he followed a constitutional process. He instituted, because he felt that he had been maligned. He felt that his character has been assassinated. He felt that he has been injured, his personality has been injured, and he approached the law court. And Ugochinyere has been avoiding to appear before the court. And the man told him that no matter what he is doing, that he must surely face the music in court. So if Nzechina Sawaneri was lawless, if Nzechina Sawaneri was reckless, he wouldn't have approached the court. Ugochinyere is such a man who will enter into the bush and make noise and run outside the main road and ask who is making that noise in the bush. So we know him, he's a notorious character. People have taken the inordinate ambition for power to an unimaginable extent that you now begin to ask, are you aspiring to serve the people or are you aspiring to serve yourself? Because if you are aspiring to serve the people and the people said we don't need you now, what you need to do is to go home and rest and re-strategize. And re-strategize. When INEC fraudulently declared Emeki Hedon as the governor of Imo State in 2019, Hope Uzodimma did not resort to arms. Hope Uzodimma did not resort to bullets. Hope Uzodimma did not take laws into his hands. He approached the court. He approached the court and allowed the government to go. For several months, Emeki Hedon occupied a seat that was not ab initio his. And nobody killed him. Nobody burned that government house. The state government is doing all within its legitimate powers to ensure that we have peace, we have security in the state. And people have not abandoned their businesses in Imo State. People are still running businesses in Imo State. We are still operating. As I speak to you, I'm in my office. We are still running our businesses in the state. We are still having political rallies in Imo State. Hotels are still, hospitality industries are still functional in the state. Banks are still working in the state. So even though we have there may be some level of apprehensions, but the truth of the matter is that the economic situation of the state is still bubbling. Markets are still going on. People are still doing their businesses. People are still building houses. People are still buying lands. People are still buying properties and so whatnot. So the truth of the matter is that as unfortunate as the situation is, but the truth of the matter is that life going on in Imo State, the security agencies are on top of the situation. And you also find out that valuable improvement, visible improvement in the security situation in the state. And the state has not been overrun by non-state actors. And our people are still moving around and moving about their lawful businesses. And the state government is still in government house. We are ready and we are prepared for the election. People are going to look at various wards and local government. We see the enthusiasm of our people to pick up their new voter registration cards. The enthusiasm in the people shows that our people are not intimidated, or they are not biased for the process. So we are ready. The state government has also assured the people of adequate security. The security agencies in the state are on top of their game. INEC has also told us that they are prepared for the election. As a political party, we have mobilized our people. We are still mobilizing our people. We are in the beat of our campaigns. We are doing very well. That the people have also seen that the APC is the only option, is the only platform for Ndimo.